Well, hi guys and gals, it's me, George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man. And I guess I should have taken a before picture. I have just changed the cleaning fluid here in my power washer. And this is a parts washer. Yeah, this one I think came from Harbor Freight, I'm not sure, because I got it for free off of Craigslist several years ago. And when I got it, the guy gave me 10 gallons of parts cleaning fluid, and it works pretty well. And I'm guessing it's the stuff that came with it from Harbor Freight. That's HF for the advertisers. But this time I'm doing an experiment, and I am getting stuff. I already got it. What am I talking about? I got this stuff here, which came from Tractor Supply, and probably the least expensive of any of the parts washer solvents that I have tried to price, anywhere from, $150 for 5 gallons. And this one here, these were $39.99 each for 5 gallons. So that's basically $80 right there for 10 gallons. And so we'll see how it works. This is solvent based. This is not water based. The other stuff was water based, and it gave me fits because not paying attention, I left some of my parts for my transmission. We're still waiting on the other bearing for this. And I just have it stuck together here temporarily. And already it's starting to do a little flash rusting here, but that's not a problem. But I had put these two units just as they are into my parts washer and left them there to soak, figuring, well, they get cleaned up and all gunk and gook will come off. Well, what happened was the gook got frozen in there. It solidified it, and I could not get these things apart. I ended up putting it into my Berryman's carburetor cleaner pot, one shaft at a time, until it loosened them up finally, and they came apart. I can show you what I mean if I can find it. Maybe I stuck them in here. This is new toolbox that I got off of Craigslist. Nope, it wasn't off of Craigslist. This was an online auction I bought. 3 toolboxes actually. Well, I don't know what I did with it. Somewhere here I have the original, there they are. I have the original bearings. Now if you look at this one close and look down in there, these things are, the bearings don't roll anymore because they're all, the grease all solidified. And that's exactly what happened to all my parts here. So I finally got them cleaned up in preparation for reassembling it, but it took me a whole lot longer than I had anticipated. So we're going to see how our new solvent-based parts washer will work. And we'll do a little bit comparison, although I'm not going to be leaving anything sitting in there for long periods of time. I started to tell you I picked up 3 toolboxes. I got this Craftsman version of a Kennedy, made by Kennedy for Craftsman. Yep, that one right there. I already had one. I had one over here that I'd get out of the dump, freebie. So I got the other one I just showed you, the Craftsman. This is another Kennedy, and you can see this one actually has the Kennedy label right on it. And I got the 2 that I just showed you, plus I got this not bottom cabinet, but intermediate cabinet, which is the size of my regular rollaway cabinet over there. And if it wasn't for my lid being almost up against the shelf above there, I would probably put this over there underneath, between the rollaway and the top cabinet. But this works fine here. And I have cleaned out some of the junk that was in there and moved it over here. And it made it opportunity, you got too much junk down here on the bench, but it made an opportunity for me to separate some of the stuff out of my bottom box. This here is a compression tester and my inch-pound say the word, George, inch-pound torque wrench. And then I have a couple of boxes of like O-rings and clips, and what else I got back in the, all my tubing benders. I don't know if you can see them or not, but anyway. So yeah, I got the 3 of those, plus, I don't know, some other junk too. Oh, I got these 2 headlamps, and what else did I get in that lot? There were 3 different lots. These auxiliary headlamps, which are going to get used on a future project, and I don't know, some other things. And well, that bottom box over there, that had a bunch of pieces and parts in there, kind of like these metal bits. That's aluminum. That one is steel. These pieces here are all steel. This one here is another aluminum piece. Yep, so some good stuff for using with the lathe or whatnot, you know. So yeah, that was a good deal. I got all of that for less than $100. So I was tickled with that, and thankfully I got my revenue from my AdSense account came in, covered that, and I sold those 2 cans there were paid for by my selling of that riding mower that I had with the snowplow on it. Sold that today. I still have my rototiller and little snowblower out there waiting to sell them. But yeah, so we have, yeah, I'm stretching this out and I'm babbling and all kinds of stuff. I didn't intend to get this far, trying to keep this thing short, and it's already getting too long. When I say a quickie, I mean a quickie like the one I posted last night. This is not a quickie. But I have rearranged things here, and I have tucked the John Deere away until next spring or middle of the winter, whatever. Probably next spring, because I'm going to do my other Ariens, my Ariens Fairway, this winter after I get the Goofy cart going. And boy, I'll tell you what, I love this little Ariens Emperor. She starts so nice. Let me show you. And she's running on 2 cylinders just like she's supposed to. I probably don't even need to pull a choke out, but I'll pull it out just a little bit. Yep. She starts and runs really good. So, when I changed the knob on my throttle, get that nice round one on there. Better than the flat thing that was on it. That came off of, actually came off of that rototiller. That's, is that right? No. This came off the original motor that was on the rototiller. And so, yeah. It's all working well together. And I got my 2 push mowers tucked in there. So, yep, anyway, we have, you might have seen my squirrel cages. There's one there, there's another one up there, and two big cages that we've never used. They were having a special on these at Fleet Farm, and it was cheaper to buy the big one with a little one inside of it than to buy just the little one by itself, or the big one by itself for that matter. So we ended up with 4 cages. 2 of them we'll never use, and well, I'm going to put this one out again on Monday because we only have one squirrel that has been coming back around. You know what I'm saying? Only one. And that's good, considering we saw as many as a dozen at one time. And I'll tell you that let's see, we did 17 with 16 of the squirrels and 1 possum that you saw. Yep. So that's what I've been up to. Still working on my front suspension. I got this pulled apart. I got to clean this all up yet. I got some more welding and grinding to do. I want to finish welding this in here, up here, and around in here, get it nice and smooth, and fill this in here. When I made this using my flux core welder, and so yeah, there's lots of weld in there, but not very pretty. So we'll weld another bead here and down into here, and I can grind it and make it look nice and clean like the front side does. And I have started cleaning these up. Can you tell which one I've cleaned up so far? Yep, we're working at it. So, until next time, this is George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, saying thanks for watching, for commenting, and for subscribing. Bye for now.